Then, next up, let's talk about temperature and how it affects photosynthesis. Now, temperature plays a key role because photosynthesis involves a series of enzyme-controlled reactions. And enzymes, as you might know, are very sensitive to temperature changes. So, what happens when the temperature increases? Well, as the temperature rises, the rate of photosynthesis also increases, but only up to a certain point. That's because higher temperatures give the molecules more kinetic energy, which means the enzymes and the raw materials, like carbon dioxide and water, move faster and collide more often. This leads to faster reactions in the Calvin cycle and other stages of photosynthesis, so glucose is produced more quickly. But here's the catch: if the temperature gets too high, the enzymes can become denatured, which means they lose their shape and stop working properly. And when that happens, the entire process can slow down or stop completely. So, photosynthesis has a narrow temperature range where it works best, not too cold, not too hot, just the right balance for those enzymes to do the job efficiently. And also, let's see what happens when the temperature goes beyond that optimal point. At first, a rise in temperature helps, yes, but only up to a limit. Once it gets too hot, the rate of photosynthesis actually begins to drop. But, why does that happen? Well, remember that photosynthesis relies on enzymes, and these enzymes have a very specific shape that allows them to bind with their substrates and carry out the chemical reactions. But at high temperatures, those enzymes start to lose their shape. The chemical bonds that hold their structure together begin to break, and this process is called denaturation. And once an enzyme is denatured, it can't do its job anymore. So, as temperatures rise past the ideal range, the enzymes become less effective, and the whole process of photosynthesis begins to slow down. And if it gets too extreme, photosynthesis might even stop completely. That's why there's such a narrow window where temperature is just right for photosynthesis to run at its best.